You know, we talk about cannabis oil and how it works and all that, but what I'm hearing a lot from people is how they want to get off pills and how they're going to stop taking pills suddenly. And what I want to tell people is look, you can't just do that. Don't just start cannabis oil or CBD and just quit your medication. 2 times it's put me in the hospital in literally near death situations. I've spoken in the last few days about 4 kids that we know that have died, that have Facebook pages of sudden unexplained death in epilepsy patients. There's 5 more that were adults, and probably 500 more we didn't even count. But the big thing is, I'm getting these calls from people and messages about how they can quit taking their medicine now. And you've got to do it slow. Weaning off medication takes time. First, you've got to make sure the cannabis is working. You've got to make sure that you've done a whole approach. I mean, you can't just look at this halfway. It's got to be everything. It's got to be in your mind. It's got to be in a positive nature. Your environment has to be right. I mean, I'm on the road right now living out of a suitcase because my environment was so negative. You've got to make sure your environment's positive and make one for a child if that's who you're treating. But there's so many adults that are messaging me and calling me about quitting their medications, and I'm very, very worried about that. Please do it slowly. 2 years later, I still take a small dose of phenobarbital because it was so large, and that barbiturate takes forever to get off of. Benzodiazepines like Valium and Ativan and clonazepam, they're not easy, and quitting them quickly can cause anybody to seize. You don't have to have epilepsy. We know cannabis cures cancer. There's 24,000 studies proving that. Quitting pain medication quickly with cannabis oil is easy. Quitting the actual seizure meds has taken me 2 years of weaning. I suddenly quit 7 medications over a 2-month period, but I did so with a lot of oil to cover it. I mean, my system was covered and was working with cannabis oil. The pills had never worked. So that was my situation. But one of those medications is still ongoing 2 years later, slowly weaning down from 600 milligrams down to 120. So, I mean, it doesn't go that fast. Some meds can go quick. Others are very, very volatile, and people can die. I got news today that one of the 4 kids that died was due to weaning too quickly. So this is a very, very serious message. I hope people actually watch this video. There's too many people that just hit like and don't ever even watch the video that's there. They just read the headline. This is an important video to share because I am what's called empirical evidence. The medicine man, Justin, told me this last night. There's all kind of anecdotal evidence out there that cannabis works to cure cancer and works to put basically cancer in remission, we should say, and also to recover people from severe epileptic seizures. That doesn't mean you're never going to seize again. You still have those triggers, and quitting a medication could trigger a seizure. It's so important that this message gets out. Sure, stop the seizure. Sure, cannabis cures cancer. And sure, you can quit pain meds quickly with cannabis. Or you might need both. Sometimes you're just stuck and do. I don't want people to think that my message is quit all your pills, because it's not. My message is to be safe and be smart. Make sure that nature as medicine works for you. And that you have the right kind. It took me literally 6 months to a year to dial in my program, my protocol, and what works for me to stop seizures. And it was in my body so strong that when I added a bunch of oil to it, thanks to Justin, it killed the cancer. But the message is not dump your pills now. I've had probably 200 messages in the last 3 days about that. And I just want to do this film, or video, whatever you want to call it, and get the message out. So please spread it around. Don't dump your pills, okay? Maybe they're not working, but you're probably addicted. There's no probably about it. You are. And if you quit quickly, you could start seizing because of that. It doesn't matter what kind of pill, even a pain pill can do that. If you don't have the right oil, and if you don't have safe access, getting a small little thing of tincture and stopping your pills is going to put you in ICU. I've been there twice. In the last 2 years, 2 times to ICU because I tried to quit pills too quickly. It almost killed me last time. It's on my Facebook page. It's a public post, a video from me in a hospital bed. I've got a heart monitor on. I was rushed there 70 miles at over 100 miles an hour, and I wouldn't stop seizing the whole way. Dozens of back-to-back grand mal seizures were recorded. They could stop it for a few hours, but I just went right back into it again. I tried to quit too quickly. Don't let somebody you know and love and care about die because they want to just dump their meds. So spread this everywhere you can and let everybody know. Watch the video. Don't just say like, okay, I'm not going to dump my meds. Watch the video and learn and listen to the only person that can give you this empirical evidence. That means the medicine man has watched me for a period of weeks. He's watched me over months. So the evidence isn't anecdotal, like Dr. Sanjay Gupta talks about. This is actually pure evidence. I'm a walking empirical proof. Okay? It's that simple. Cannabis does cure cancers. Now, not all and not at every stage, but definitely can comfort a life. And when I say cure, I mean put into remission, because we all can get cancer again. Cannabis does stop the seizures. But that synergy with medication is so important. Some people need it with pain medication continually, and some people cannot get off anticonvulsants. I'm one of few. I'm the only person that multiple major networks can find that has quit the number of medications I've quit and also has a clear EEG. Now, if that brainwave test wasn't clear, I wouldn't have quit all the meds. So it's got to make sense. Be smart and be slow, please. This message is in memory of Susan Nardi, a freedom fighter, an advocate from Florida who fought. Sued up, took her life on December 4th, 2014. She was a friend to many of us. This video is also in memory of JoJo, who took his own life because of so many seizures. We'll never forget you, JoJo. It's also in memory of Brandon, Angel. It's also in memory of Suzanne. Okay? It's also in memory of little Peter, we just lost. And the saddest one, Christopher. Medication withdrawal. Put him into status. Status epilepticus kills. Epilepsy kills a recorded 50,000 plus people a year suddenly and unexplained. But when it's due to medication withdrawal, there is an explanation. It still will go down as SUDEP. So still, share away. Let the world know. Don't dump your meds. Don't dump the pills. Wait. Make sure it works and do it right. I know I've been repetitive, but we're talking about saving lives. And when we talk about saving lives, we're not talking about people dying while trying to live. I love you all. Much peace to you all. I want to keep the positive energy flowing and let you know that, hey, no matter what your circumstances or situation is, it's still easy to love one another. That is why we are here. We are on this earth to love and help people. There is no other reason. So don't let Christophers die. Share this video. Make sure your friends watch it. Everybody with epilepsy, every parent should watch this. I don't care what your disorder is. If you're taking medications, don't dump the pills suddenly. Not just because you got a tube of cannabis oil. Make sure it works for you. Make sure that you're going to respond right, and then slowly, systematically do so. Thank you. I love you all. Much peace, positive vibes, and energy goes out to all you.